Okay. So guys, let me see how many followers I've got. I've got 23 subscribers on YouTube. Okay. I've got 14 followers on Twitch. I have 1 follower on Instagram. Let me just go through some numbers. I've got a follower on Facebook. I have, how many people on Rumble follow me? 4 followers on Rumble. I have 2 followers on TikTok, but I've got heaps of views on TikTok. I've got hundreds of views on TikTok. So these numbers aren't much. And like, obviously, I'm an Aussie. And I know that many people were affected by the fires recently. But I don't have their details. All of that stuff. Okay. What I do have, however, is one particular family's Gofundme. The reason I have these people's Gofundme is because they are my cousins. The reason I bring up all my followers and like all that sort of stuff is, again, because I have one family's information. And the reason I have that family's information, as I was saying, is because they're my family. My cousins, Carolina Fuentes and Ruben Fuentes, they lost everything. Like, everything. No insurance. They lost home and contents. It's brutal, man. My cousin, like their brother, Christian, made a video on it. So on January 7, devastating bushfires tore through Longwood East in regional Victoria, destroying homes, farmland, and livelihoods. Among those affected are Ruben and Carolina Fuentes, who tragically lost their family farmhouse and all of their possessions in the blaze. I saw this, I think it was that night. And it was just on stories just before I went to bed. I'm like, wait, no way. And I clicked the link and I'm like, oh my God, that's them. Because it was her recording. It was like her holding the phone, recording. And I could hear her voice. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, in a matter of hours, years of hard work, we were reduced to ashes. It wasn't just a house, it was their home. Heart of their family farm. Along with the farmhouse, they lost furniture, clothes, tools, equipment, irreplaceable family memories. Yeah, like I remember Ruben made a pergola for us in the backyard. Pretty sure he was a carpenter. I think he does lots of things. So he's got lots of different tools for lots of different jobs and lots of different things that they both do. They're involved in like so many different things. So the devastation extended beyond the home itself. Multiple sheds, an animal shelter that was completely destroyed. The scale of the damage means the cleanup alone will be extensive and costly, and that's going to take so much time. With large parts of the property needing to be made safe before any rebuilding can begin. Yeah. What makes this loss even more heartbreaking is the kind of people Ruben and Carolina are. True. They're deeply committed to serving others through their local church. They regularly volunteer their time supporting a fortnightly food bank program that provides meals, groceries, and clothing to students and families in need. They're always ready to step in whenever help is needed. Like, I've known these people for a very long time. They've been so nice and so kind to so many of my family members, even when I don't think they should have been. It's just part of their nature. You know, I don't know if they just make the conscious decision to just be like, we're going to be like this, but that's just what they like. It's nuts. It's amazing. They're beautiful people. Ruben works in construction. Yeah, there you go. And also in the disability sector. I didn't know that. Assisting vulnerable people by carrying out essential repairs and maintenance in their homes, helping people live safely, comfortably, and with dignity. Yeah, that's pretty special. After years of helping those who are vulnerable, displaced, or without a home, Ruben and Carolina now find themselves in need of support as they begin the long and challenging process of rebuilding their lives. About the organizer, Ruben Fuentes, I'm raising funds to support my parents during this devastating time. This could be his son. The son is called Ruben. the father's called Ruben. This is the same thing with me and my father. We have the same name. My relationship to the beneficiaries, Ruben and Carolina Fuentes, are my parents and are the sole beneficiaries of this fundraiser. How the funds will be received and managed. I haven't read this through, by the way. This is the first time I've clicked on it. All donations from this fundraiser will be paid directly by GoFundMe into my father Ruben Fuentes' bank account. I set up this fundraiser for on my parents' behalf to assist with organizing and sharing their story. However, my father will receive and manage the funds directly and use them solely for recovering and rebuilding cost outlined above. See, they've got some recent things over here already. They've raised 27 out of 35k. How much is rebuilding a house? Man, this needs to be, like, maybe that's really generous of them to, like, bring that number down and, like, remove a zero, but that should at least be 350. Maybe it's just a start up, just to get them going, just to, like, they're not asking for people to rebuild their house. It's just helping clear things up, right? And just to help them get back on board. You know, this is beautiful. Like, one person, like one of their cousins or family members, $1,000, anonymous $850, another person $300, another person $624. Recent donation of $25. Guys, whatever you can give, if you have it in your heart, if you have it in your bank, you don't have to do anything. But if you feel like you want to contribute, please give them a hand. I'm going to click this video. I have no idea what's in this video. This isn't pre-watched, but...
Darling, it's okay. I'm going to rebuild it even better than before. It's going to be even better than before, okay, darling? I'm going to rebuild this. I'm going to rebuild it even better than before, okay? Okay? Trust me.
The footage that you're seeing here was sent to us today, and it shows a family who have lost pretty much everything. Ruben and Carolina Fuentes, their house no longer existing. It's just rubble. It was sent to us by Carolina's brother Christian, who I spoke with on the phone, and he just wants their story told, and their story deserves to be told, and so we told it. Every second Sunday, Ruben and Carolina were helping with the local food bank, and brother Christian said that they would pretty much drop everything to make sure that other people were okay. And it sort of speaks to the fact that a lot of these things really affect some of the nicest people. They fled on Friday night and then returned Saturday morning, and that is what you're seeing. It is their first reaction. You can hear Carolina crying, and Ruben, I don't know how, but he's positive. He's saying we're going to rebuild it and make it better than what it was.
Darling, it's okay.
Dude,
rebuild it even better than before.
Ruben's mentality and attitude is like top class. He's always been like that. Like, from what I remember my mom, like when I was, I don't know, 10 years old or something, and my mom would always ask him, like, how do you remain so calm? How are you always so positive? How do you have such a good attitude? How do you have such a good mindset? He's just been like that. I don't know if it's just because he was raised like very Christian, in a Christian home with like good values, but there's so many people all over the world that are raised like that and have that as like their upbringing. But dude, like, he is just, he's another level of a human being. He's incredible. And I can, like, that's his voice, and it kind of really bothers me a little bit because I'm hearing her cry in the video clip.
It's going to be even better than before, okay, darling? I'm going to rebuild this. I'm going to rebuild it even better than before, okay? Okay? Trust me. Trust me. It's going to be even better than before, okay? It's going to be even better, okay? We're going to have our family here again.
Man, that's messed up.
And I've noticed so many who have lost so much. They are able to just look past it and they say, well, we're still alive, and that's what matters at this point. I admire their resilience, immediate resilience to being faced with a crisis. It's very easy for me to sit in an air-conditioned office and write about it, but when you actually see it firsthand and you speak to those who are directly affected, it makes a difference. Carolina and Ruben were still building this house, and they celebrated Christmas there with their family only a few weeks ago. And the Christmas videos show how fun and how loving it all was. And then only weeks later, the house that they spent it in is no longer. I mean, it's just unbelievable what they've gone through and how one person can still be so resilient. And there's so many like these people who have lost their homes, lost their livelihoods, lost everything they ever worked for, and yet still they put on a brave face and they look forward to the future. So this was a story that was worth telling, and it certainly affected me because it's the first time, as I said, I'm seeing it firsthand. And I'm really glad that we could share it. There is a Gofundme that is available. I will share the link to that because, like so many others, these people need our help from the comfort of our homes who have not been touched by these fires. To read the full story, head to the Herald Sun website or the app to hear about these people who are one of many who have lost so much during this crisis.
Yes, I've just posted it in the chat. Plus, because it happened to coincide with a timed notification. Yeah, dude, this is pretty amazing. It's incredible that there's so many people that have just beautiful hearts that want to donate and want to help out. 193 donations. Wow. Well, yeah, guys.